Alright guys, this is Carter, one of our first videos on a new channel that we made just because we wanted to make videos and it's fun. Now this is about my thoughts on heavy metal. It seems like whenever I say, yeah, my favorite music is heavy metal, they're like, well, you don't listen to that, that's garbage, it's absolutely horrible. I'm like, you know what, there is an art to metal that people just don't appreciate, so I'm going to go into some details and specifics that people need to realize. One, stereotype that all metal is all about screaming, blood, and stabbing, which for the most part, that's only maybe 5% or like a small section of metal. That is not the definition of when I say I like listening to screamo or metal. Yes, there are some bands, metal bands, that are like that, but that is not all metal bands, okay? And second, when you think of metal, metal isn't necessarily screamo. When you think of metal, that's more of think of it as like hard rock, like AC/DC on steroids kind of thing, like just more thick and maybe more of a grungy voice type of thing when you think of metal. Like just simply metal. Like a lot of people like metal songs, but they just think it's rock. When in actuality, it's metal. And whenever I say like I listen to metal, they think, oh, screamo, blood, 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 stab, stab, stab. Alright. And now, there are a lot more genres to metal that I think people need to more realize. First of all, there's like metal. There's a difference between metal and heavy metal. There's doom metal, black metal, death metal, brutal metal, electric or dubstep metal. There's thrash metal. Did I already say black metal? I think I did. But I think I already said death metal too.
Oh.
Yeah, those are just some of the ones I can think of on the top of my head. And you see, a lot of them, they're just different sounds that some people like and some people don't like. And so that's why people need to realize that metal isn't always about screamo and death. There are certain, sub-genres of metal. And also, there are some metal bands that actually have good messages. Because like I said, 5 other times, it's not all screamo, stab, and blood. Some songs, for instance, the band Born of Osiris, they have some good songs about, or should I say, good messages about one of the most popular songs is called Machine, and it's about how everyone in the world is so focused on devices and phones and computers and all this stuff that human fellowship is so sacred because everyone is like a machine and all this stuff. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that, but there's a bunch of water going down behind me. Plumbing. Alright, whatever. Where was I at? So the song Machine, right? Sorry. and it's saying embrace, different words are embrace your own identity, we are all machines. And you need to change your inner settings, and it's references to phones and computers to us in everyday life, and it's how we should get away from that. So yeah, that's a good message, and if you hear it, that's totally screamo and in your face kind of music. And they just have a few other songs about people who are lost and then getting back to what they needed again, and they have some good songs like that. So that's just an example, and a lot of their stuff is considered deathcore or metalcore or stuff like that. And I would say, give metal a try. I would say, just go for metal. Bands, I would try the newest album of Disturbed, really any album of Iron Maiden.
Also, if you're mad, it works out pretty well.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. Scientifically proven, metal or aggressive music helps regulate emotions and can make you feel better about yourself. Because since it's all screamo and in your face, it'll help you because if you're ever super mad and stuff, it'll help regulate that. So, ever feel like punching a wall, listen to heavy metal. It'll help. So, like I said, some Disturbed, Iron Maiden. If you really want to try for some heavy stuff, a good band is maybe Lost in the Static by After the Burial. Also have a new album out. I haven't listened to many of their songs except for Collapse. That's a pretty good one. Oh, let me think.
The Come Down, Bring Me the Horizon's pretty good.
Bring Me the Horizon. I I think they have like a new-ish album, and that one's pretty good. They have Throne is pretty good. That's more like metal and not like screamo.
Well, if you wanna like, just like get mad and yell at stuff, True Friends and Happy Song. It's not very happy, but it's a pretty good song.
Like I said, it helps you with your emotions. Going through a bad time, listen to some bands like that. And so, hopefully you will at least try to listen to metal. Don't have to listen to like brutal metal, because most like thrash metal and like death metal, those are mostly like blood and stab type, like the small 5% of
Killing
metal
puppies.
bands. Exactly, killing puppies. That's the small 5% of metal. So I'd say try out some of those bands. You will see that like some like the classic rock, it might sound similar to that, but with just like a new twist on it. And yeah, that's pretty much what I have for like one of our first videos, my thoughts on metal. I might come back to this later on because I have a bad memory and I probably forgot some of my good points. So yeah, try some metal. If you don't like it, that's your opinion, even though you're wrong.